is that Alameda County, 1.2 million people in Alameda County voted on a measure called Measure D, which set up an urban growth boundary. I have a rancher in Livermore whose ranch is outside that urban growth boundary. He still is on that property, but the issue is he cannot build a house for his sons. That property has been in his family for 4 generations. You have effectively taken his property by administrative taking without physically taking the property away from him.
That's
Again, I will tell you, this is not acceptable in America. We are a free country. We are a free people. We have the right to property. That is a basic right guaranteed by the Constitution, by Article 5 of the Constitution. And your plan and your whole policy in this effort, and I see you shaking your head, and I really want you to explain about this rancher. Because what ended up happening is 1.2 million people, majority rule, that's called a mob. We don't have mob rule in this country. We have a representative democracy. And what that means is that property rights are sacred. And you had no business doing that Measure D.
Government is supposed to protect private property.
If I could maybe respond without comment here, I mean, let me answer. I mean, what you've been talking about and what everybody's been talking about. What everybody's been talking about most tonight is give us a chance to vote on this, okay? That's what people are feeling, is you actually do not have the chance to vote. Measure D was just referred to and then looked at me and said, you did this. First of all, Measure D was put on the agenda by the people. It was put on the ballot by the people. It was voted by the people.
What people?
I did not. Huh?
When you say by the people,
the election, it was a vote.
But there's usually some organizations that are not really concerned.
Well, you know what? I lived in Livermore at the time, and the phone call I got was from Jerry Brown in Oakland, saying, "Please vote for it." Okay? So, but you know what? Let me answer the question. The vote of Alameda County are the ones that did that. I put on a companion measure that basically was called Measure C, and that was to adopt the county general plan as it was. We failed. Measure D passed. That was a vote of the people. Now, if you want to turn it over, you have to have a vote of the people to do it. Okay? But don't hold the elected officials for that. Because Alameda County voters voted for that.
If we
Well, I understand
and there's nobody that fights more for property rights than me.
Okay, my response to that is that private property is not something that the majority votes on. Private property is private property. And that property owner is the person that should have the authority to sell his property and do what he wants with it. So that was basically an illegal petition. That was an illegal Measure D, because that was the mob. That was two. That was okay. That was two wolves and a sheep voting on what was for dinner.
All right.
And that's what you did.
No, it was Alameda County voting for it.
I know, but that was.